All right, everyone, welcome back into another fantasy golf video. Going to be breaking down round 3 here of the US Open, but first we're going to go ahead and get into a quick recap of round 2 and just the cut sweat in general. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So I want to start with just sorting it by the salaries. Okay, then we're going to start it by ownership, but look at this, just by sorting it by the salaries, a lot of craziness going on, right? Bryson missing the cut, you have Obear missing the cut, Patrick Cantley missing the cut, JT not really shocking, Tommy Fleetwood, guys, the way he missed the cut was extremely tilting. If you've been following the channel, you know that this is like right on tee with the season, where a player that, you know, seemingly a safe play or in a good spot makes a mistake on 18 that costs pretty significant money. So like even going back to the start of the year, I'm sure we're going to give people some flashbacks here. Max Graceman, for me personally, looking like I'm going to take down GPP, he ends up making a double bogey on 18. Okay, and I think it was the very next week or maybe the week after that, you got Rico Hoy, I believe it was Rico Hoy, making a quad to hits 2 water balls. That ended up being costly. Multiple, I think like 5 first-round leads that were either would have been a full first-round lead cash or, you know, end up being chopped. At least 5 of those where it was lost on 18. Had a few players miss the cut with a bogey on 18 this season as well, PJ wise. So that was on par for the season in a very annoying way. I don't think that was the wrong play. You know, just it didn't show up. That's fine. But I think we can kind of see the top end players are just not showing up at this tournament. It is pretty crazy there. Like we have to go down to like Hovland and Brooks Koepka. Brooks Koepka, you know, that performance is pretty darn random. And again, going back to it, I mentioned this already. I'm curious your guys' thoughts. Like I mentioned yesterday that his eagle putt that like caught the hole and dropped, like you can't take that away from him for sure. Like that, I'm not doing that at all. Like it's a good putt, he made it. But if he misses that, there might be a chance that he like bogeys that hole. Like that's how far it would have went past the hole. Could he like? Because he is a momentum player, he just is. Like, would he have missed the cut? Like that's my thought process. When he hit that eagle, it's like, oh, this is going to be a Brooks week. That was literally my thought. And like my other thought was like, oh man, had he missed that, I think like his week could have been over. He actually ended up making a few tough putts, like a few 6-footers this last round in round 2 that I don't think he normally would have made. But very interesting there in that regard. Like a lot of the top end plays, a lot of the predictable plays are actually on the lower end. Like Sam Burns, I've been all over him. You guys know that. He's going to be likely to win. He's most likely to win right now. I hope he does. That'd be pretty darn awesome. Got Ben Griffin up there as well, like that. But let's sort it by ownership because I do think that is also interesting as well. A lot of the chalk is not doing well. John Rahm made the cut. Scottie Scheffler made the cut. Shane Lowry was kind of more strange talk. You know, to me, I thought priority-wise, Burns, English, Connors, Fleetwood, you know, that's kind of where we were starting at. And then it was figuring out what you're going to do from that. And obviously, Fleetwood did not work out. I get why people probably ended up on Shane Lowry a decent amount. Like, he wasn't a bad play. He's someone you would expect to play well at this tournament. But you could tell, I mean, there's a clip on X right now of him basically saying F you to the course. I think he actually literally did. I think that's what it was. He picked up a golf ball, and Bryson also picked up a golf ball. The players just, they're not enjoying this course at all. But yeah, a lot of the chalk not doing well. Sam Burns, fine. He's not too chalky, though. So very interesting week to start this tournament. So for me personally, I got a few bad ones. I will say that. I got some Neiman, Fleetwood, and Bryson DeChambeau lineups. That was like one of my main builds is having those 3 in there, which I ended up closing out my lineups wrong pretty much. Now, the flip side of that is I also have some really good lineups where I went Scottie Scheffler first. And I went more of a fair and balanced approach where it was like Sam Burns, Ben Griffin, Siwoo Kim, Harris English, and then kind of filling in from there. So some good hand builds, some bad ones. It's kind of expected this week. Just as an FYI though, the 6 for 6% is about like less than 5%. So if you have 4 out of 6, I think that's basically the norm, or it's close to 3 out of 6 might be the norm as well. Like a very low make cut percent. Now don't get me wrong, you're going to need probably 5 out of 6 to cash, but Sam Burns is probably elevating a lot of people that are on him as well. But now guys, because I'm recording this video and the tournament's still going to be in round 2 with the play suspended, we can only do showdown picks for this video. It's not going to be like yesterday's video where at the end of the video and I'm saying, oh, we got some 3-ball bets and head-to-head bets. You know, that's not going to be this video because we're not going to get that. I can guarantee that to you. But just a quick recap on that from yesterday, guys. 3-ball bets actually end up doing really well. 3 for 1 on the day. So 3 wins for the 3-ball bets, 1 loss. Head-to-head bets end up going 2 for 2. So about 6.3 units of profit on the day yesterday. So really solid stuff there. Oleson was also another annoying one. He ended up making double bogey on 18 to miss the cut on the number. whenever he was someone value-wise I was on a little bit. He was like the lowest price value play that you could play with some confidence, and he had a miss in the cut with a double bogey. All he needs to do is make a bogey, and he makes the cut. So that was tilting there as well. But yes, looking at the showdown plays here for round 3. Pretty simple. Like Sam Burns is expected to continue to play well. Sky Scheffler, then Colin Morikawa, Rory. Basically, a lot of the top end players are expected to play well. That made the cut. But then we got Keegan popping up in there, Ben Griffin. So there's a JJ Spawn. There's a chance where you could end up doing a fair and balanced approach, and that could end up working out. Now, just for what it's worth, guys, it is worth calling out that round 3 showdowns are much more hit or miss. It's just, that's kind of the nature of the beast. That's what I've noticed. And same thing with round 4. Round 2 ended up being pretty darn good. Round 1 was solid as well. Round 2 was better than round 1. So don't be surprised if round 3 is really good or really bad. That's the nature of the beast. All right, so I'm going to get into the lineup builder here for round 3. It is worth calling out that right now, because round 2 isn't finished, we're not getting like the automatic players not selected here. They are zeroed out though for their projections. But again, because round 2 is not finished, they're not deselected automatically. Okay, that'll happen at the end of round 3. But like always, we're just going to run this, guys, and see kind of what it spits out to us. I do think I want to get to Sam Burns. He has the most birdies. He's playing the best in the field, right? Like no one's really shocked by that, I would say. He just had that bad stretch to end his round in round 1 where he was +5 through the last 4 holes. Like that's pretty darn crazy. You take away a couple shots. I hate saying that. It's cherry picking for sure, but I think you guys get it. Like being +5 through the last 4 holes when you've been playing as well as he is, that's clearly an outlier. So a little bit bittersweet there, but let's just go ahead and generate this and see kind of what the top lineups are that spits out to me, and we'll see here. So Colin Morikawa, Ben Griffin, Keegan. I like this. I like this a lot more, actually. The issue that we have is because a lot of the top end players aren't showing up, right? They didn't make the go. They literally can't show up. I think the lineups are going to be very similar here. Now, we aren't getting too much of Scotty. I do want to get to Scotty. I want to ensure that we get to some more Scotty, so I'm probably going to lock him into about 30% of my builds. But I actually like the lineups that we're getting here as well. So, what I'm going to do, like I always do, 30% max exposure with the settings here, 3 unique players, and then I'm probably just going to go back in here with Scotty, and I'm going to start with just bumping up his projections here to ensure that it gets me, a decent amount of him. But I'm going to hit the lock button on him. Don't go crazy with locking players in if you guys are someone that uses the 9-to-5 lineup builder. But I'm basically saying, give me 30% of Scotty in all my builds. Now, that is not getting me to as much of Xander, but it's still pretty balanced. So I like this approach a decent amount. Now that's going to do it for this video. Again, I wish I could give you guys props video or content. I wish I could give you guys the betting content as well, but it's just not available yet for round 3. I'll be updated once round 2 is finished, or maybe before that. Just be checking it out. I can't control it, obviously. But leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not done so before. If you guys do want access to any of the tools that you saw in this video, make sure to head on over to 9to5sports.com. Appreciate you guys. Good luck, and as always, let's keep cashing.